Under 18, you have to have a waiver. And when I would spectate at 16, 17, I would stand by the gate and wait for people to come in, and I would go up to them and say, hey, can you sign this waiver for me?
Yeah, that's what I should.
And I would wait for people to sign the waiver for me.
I'd do it.
And accept response. Yeah, dude, if I saw a kid at the track and they let me sign a waiver, I would totally sign a waiver.
Ace off. Bring these
unmarked cans, these unmarked beverages.
unmarked cans into my cold basement.
Domicile.
That's probably not a good way.
You brought us into your cold basement.
Yeah, with bars on the windows. There's bars on these windows. You guys can't see it,
Yeah,
but there's bars on
There's
the
no
windows.
bars on the windows, and there's also no liquid coming out of the floors.
Hopefully, this video even gets seen. Honestly,
I don't
Probably
know.
won't.
I don't know.
Just trial run. What got you into cars?
Oh,
Anthony,
Focus!
Steven.
what got you into cars?
So what got you into cars?
Let's hear what you think.
Huh?
So
What you know.
initially it was a long lost friend of mine. He was looking. So his dad actually owned like super old Toyotas, and we used to commute to school in a Tercel wagon, which was pretty fire. I didn't really know about Tercels too much. They're pretty cool though. Dude, look at his face. But anyway,
He's gonna hop on us.
so you know he had cool cars.
He likes it.
And he was into cars. I had like no family. Like my dad didn't like. No one was really into like automobiles at all. My dad was into like stuff with wheels that ran like any dude. You know, he had a Harley or like whatever.
Wheelchairs.
But so I was always into like stuff with a motor, but not like cars at any point. And then my buddy Pete starts looking at this 1987 RX-7.
Oh my god.
I
So
love
it's
this story.
I'm already fucking.
Yeah.
I heard this story.
So
it's a shit show.
It's a Turbo 2 RX-7. It's got bigger turbo, bigger injectors. The thing's pretty fucking clapped. It was about like $1,800 up in Maine.
Don't make eye contact.
He's not gonna be on camera. Like,
Dude, well, I mean, you could literally push him off you. I think you're just a bad dog owner, I think is what I'm gathering here.
he's coming for you, dude. He's gonna
He'll make his way across.
This is your fault, Steve.
He kind of looks like a deer.
He's a deer dog.
He does look literally retarded.
It's because you can see the whites of his eyes. His eyes are open too much.
Oh. Sit.
Figure, maybe we should do a podcast in my house. I don't think Mr. Kitty will interrupt us.
I'll bring Sam.
The point of it is to not have Sam.
Wait, when do you want Sam?
If we just chill,
constantly,
yeah.
he would stop.
Well, I think even right now, if we just sat here for long enough, he would get sick of us. He wouldn't. It wouldn't be cool anymore for him. It's already losing its novelty. He's like a kid, you know. It's a small child. But yeah, so my buddy Pete started looking at this RX-7 because we were back then. Like Craigslist was good. Like I don't know.
Craigslist
now,
was good.
If you didn't use Craigslist then, you don't know. But Craigslist now, so uncomparable. I don't even use it anymore.
I haven't used Craigslist in like 2 years.
But regardless,
It's all ads.
we used to spend fucking hours, like at work, school, whatever it
Yeah.
was, just cruising
I used
through
to go on
Craigslist.
every day.
And you could, we'd look at shit across the country, like it didn't matter. We were just curious.
I got my first 3 cars. My
Me
first
too.
4 cars on Craigslist.
Me too.
Jesus.
But so Pete finds this absolutely clapped RX-7 in like, I don't know, it was like 6 hours north of Ipswich, Massachusetts. It was in bumfuck, man. We were like probably an hour or 2 from Canada.
What?
Yeah.
It's so far.
Yeah, it was like a 6.5 hour drive.
Where was it?
I don't remember. It was somewhere
It's
bumfuck, Maine.
Bumfuck, Maine.
Or no, Vermont.
That's not close.
Is it Pakistan?
There's a
No,
state
no,
between
it was
those.
no. It was Maine.
Yeah, the first time you told me the story, it was Maine.
Wait,
Yeah.
no. I know. There's a small town off the West Lake. It's called Gucci.
But anyway, so we go and look at this thing, drive up there, like, you know, sight unseen besides the Craigslist ad, and the thing is fucking rough, in rough shape. He takes it down the road and it fucking, it screams. It sounds good. You know, it's definitely like, now knowing what I know, it was probably a half bridge. More than likely a half bridge port, which is like a full bridge is when you hear the, you know, like your staple RX-7, that like boom, 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 that really lumpy. That's like a full bridge port. So a half bridge it's lumpy. It sounds.
Dude, I literally have no idea what a Bridgeport is.
Bridgeport's a shithole in Connecticut.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I've never heard of like a rotary being.
Yeah, there's different types.
So
of ports.
We got the
what
street
is
port. We got the bridge
what's the
port.
difference?
So it's literally like, you know how people, you take like an intake and people machine the inside of an intake out so you get more flow. It's literally like that, like the.
You know how a rotary works?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
Doritos.
Yeah, you know the walls between the Doritos?
Yes, the
Yeah.
oval ones.
There are holes in that.
So they.
And I don't really fucking understand it.
You bore out the holes.
But
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I don't really fucking get the science behind it.
Like a
Regardless,
Dremel.
those are a port. Yeah, it's you literally
It's
Dremel
sketchy.
extra material out from the area. It's wild. But yeah. So this thing was fucking gnarly as shit. He was stoked on it. He takes me for a ride and like this right here is the moment. This is the changing moment that fucking ruined my life. That we get on the main road and this thing has a screamer pipe, which I knew nothing about at the time. And it literally, like, as soon as the wastegate opens, it just, like...
Hell.
Yeah, like, it's a straight dump, like, pretty much right next to me, next to, like, the front wheel. So it was loud as fuck where I was sitting.
Like Tommy Z92.
And he
car
rolls
was sick.
on to boost real hard at, like, you know, whatever it was, 3,500 RPMs, $4,000.
Which in a rotary is idle.
Yes, and like the fucking screamer pipe like opens up and literally, if you've never been in a rotary, it's like
I've never been in a rotary.
The gnarliest noise that you could not compare to anything else. Like, and then in the FC, there's this like notorious beep at like a red line, and it just sounds like you're doing like bad things.
I've never heard of
Wait,
that.
is it a beep from the engine?
Look up a video. It's like.
FC's like a red line beep?
Yes, like it has like a red line like at 7,500 whatever it is, and it's like you know the door buzzer in a Miata? It's like that, but if a door buzzer was like on steroids and like really angry, like it was mad at you. But
Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
look up like Turbo 2 like RX-7 screw pipe pull, and then look up
Beep.
yeah, like RX-7 rev limit, like factory rev limiter beep or something like that. Like
Red line buzzer right there.
yeah, red line buzzer. There you go. But this noise is like stuck in my head for some reason.
What?
Yeah.
No.
So and did you hear, like, if you heard that beginning like pull of the motor, that noise is
Thing
like
went up fast.
is stapled in my like it.
I've
It
never
sounds
heard
like
that.
a hair dryer that's like. You can't even describe it, but that sound right there and the feeling behind like just getting fucking taken on a ride, which, you know, if you ever just commuted in a car, you've never experienced that. That fucking sold me. I was like absolutely stuck from that point. And then probably like a year later, I bought a Miata MX-5.
Yeah.
Your first car is Miata?
My very first car was
Props
a
to you,
94,
dude.
Very respectful.
94 Miata,
Very respectful.
which is what you saw me at the
I
very
did.
first event in.
that red one. That was your first car?
That was my first car.
Nice.
Fucking killing
Yeah.
it.
Very
We were probably there
beautiful.
the same day.
We were.
Yeah.
I saw his
Beautiful.
first event. I talked to him.
You see me though?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Steve too. I saw
Oh, another great staple of this very, very sad story
I saw
of
Steve.
this FC. eventually the synchros went in it, so he went to go rebuild the trans. He was going to do full rebuild on the trans and then clutch, flywheel, synchro, the full 9. When we had got under this car, we had noticed that it was basically folded in half. Like the frame was like this
So it
of
was
the
an
car.
accident.
So we don't know. Me personally,
It's
it looked
mean.
like me personally, it looked like someone had some fucking back road front and like Dukes of Hazzard this fucking FC off a jump and like landed on a rock and just like folded this thing.
Was it the middle or
Yes,
was it the
was
jack
the dead
points?
center of this car. Like it looked like they hit a jump and like just like bottomed out in this one spot across the full car. So in turn, when we took the transmission out of the car, it was really tight and it was awkward to get out because the tunnel was fucking shrunk.
Not correct.
When we went to go reinstall everything, guess what didn't go back in the way it came out?
transmission.
Yes. So what did we do? We start sucking the transmission to the bell housing, or like to the rear, the lower rear, I don't even remember what the rear housing.
The engine and transmission?
I'm trying to think what it's the housing of the
The bell?
of the rotor. Yeah, it's like off the bell housing. Regardless, it's the corner
I know
of
what
the
you're
motor that it's cast. It's a full cast one piece from the rear main housing to where the transmission bolts up. And we start sucking bolts in to try and get the transmission to fit up the way it came out. So we fucking torque this thing down, break a corner of the cast rear housing off, which at that point, that's a part of his motor.
Yeah.
So unless you're
fucking
going to
junk.
weld this piece of cast back on, yeah, the motor is a paperweight.
That would stress me out so much doing that.
He cried that night in front of me. He was devastated. We knew right there that it was junk, like everything at that point. We were praying to God, trying to hold this FC together that breathed so much life into us, and it just had very little left to give.
How
But
old were you guys?
he was maybe just 18, 17, 18. No, he was 18 and I was, no, I was even younger than that. Holy shit. Because I didn't have my license when he got the FC.
That would literally hurt so much.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like,
It was
that's all you
devastating
have.
for both of us.
You don't have...
Because I loved that car. I used to have videos of it, too.
Do you follow Rotary Shenanigans on Instagram?
No.
Do they have so much cool shit like that? And they're all FCs.
Yeah, so ever since then I've been stuck on... I was stuck on Mazda for a while, but specifically like the FC, FB.
FCs are so cool, and
They're
rotaries are
cool
cool
as
in
fuck.
general. And I've been hooked on them ever since I got my Miata. And I'm like, dude, I'd love to have a rotary swapped Miata. And I'm just like stuck with it now.
So when I look at old pictures of my car, it just reminds me of like a baby FD.
Dude,
Like it just
even
like
had the hard top.
it just looks like a baby FD. I
You
don't
even
know
had the
what it
hard
is.
top that literally matched perfectly.
I had it all, dude. That was a shitty aftermarket hardtop. It was a Kirkley Miata hardtop. Very few of them made, and there's probably good reason for it.
Fit like shit.
Yeah, not that it fit like shit. It was just like the mounts were not OEM, which sucked. And then like the mounting points for the hardtop. It was made of like just probably a really bad fiberglass job compared to whatever
You can get those
factory
on like
hardtop one is
Alibaba
like.
and shit.
Yeah. But regardless, it was a hard top, and I, at the time, spent $800 for it, which like now for a hard top, don't
Yeah,
even
that's
want to
cheap.
know.
That's cheap.
Don't
Dude,
even want to know.
I've seen hard tops more money than what I paid.
Oh, 100%.
And I have a totally new painted Miata with good interior.
Yeah, no.
And it doesn't start in the winter.
There's a lot of things that I wish I could have held on to about that car.
What do you have for a phone?
Me?
Yeah.
Pixel 6 Pro.
I've never even heard of that. Sounds cheap.
What do you say? Sounds cheap. This costs more than the first 2 cars I bought combined.
No way.
My first car was $400.
What?
The S12. Yeah, listen to that.
Jesus.
You're not going to find that ever again. My S12 was $400. Yeah.
I honestly don't see anyone drifting those except for fucking. Yeah.
That's because there's a lot of fucking work that has to go into them. To
Yeah,
make
they're
them.
not.
I didn't even
they're
know
not
they were a thing until
good
I saw him.
Cars. They're not.
They're
good.
cool. They're really fucking
They are cool, but especially the okay.
They're good as a car, but not a drift car.
So they made them from '84
S13.
to '88. You could have a CA20, a CA18, a VG30. With the CA18, you could have a fucking single cam turbo. You could have a dual cam turbo. There was an FJ20. There were a million different engine combinations. My car was the shittiest S12 you could get in 1984 with the CA20 and the hatchback. They were solid axle.
What?
No other combination were solid axle. All the rest of them were IRS. And I'm not saying that solid axle is bad. Solid axle is good for drifting. But when it was like an R160 diff. It was glass. R160s are what they use, I believe, in modern WRXs, which is interesting. That's a real thing.
I believe that because they blow up.
Or
all the
R190.
time.
But that's unrelated because I don't think they're the same diff. They might be, but
You're
not
hearing
related.
it first here. They are
Yeah.
the same diff.
But anyways, yeah. For 4 years with different engines, different body styles, my specific combination was the only one with a solid rear, which meant there was no suspension aftermarket at all for them. Not to mention the CA20 was the worst engine offered.
So that makes sense because we don't see them at all on the track, and nobody makes aftermarket stuff that I know of.
Like the one Eric Silva has, I believe that one may have started out as a CA20, but because it's a coupe, it's IRS.
You were asking earlier, just for a little perspective. So I have this one video from Club Loose North.
April 16th, 2016?
So this is spectating.
Okay.
So this would have been one of my first spectating events before I ever drove.
April 16th to 17th was the weekend event. So you drove the 17th? I have the schedule for...
Okay. So there's a video.
This is something I
definitely
very
don't-
fondly remember.
I don't remember.
Bro,
that.
I remember
slaying it.
my
don't
friend
remember.
You're literally
Whitey,
slaying
my
it.
friend Whitey and my friend Trey. We went to New Hampshire Motor Speedway that day when we were living in North Walpole, Whitey and I. Trey lives in Rutland, so we drove down, we drove over. Anthony's first day, we didn't know who Anthony was, obviously, because he'd never driven before. But we had watched that whole day, we spectated, we're like, yeah, this is pretty cool. There was this kid in a red Miata fucking killing it, and we're like, yo, that's sick. Anyways, we found him in the pits, Anthony. We went over and talked to
Oh,
Anthony.
it wasn't the pits, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we gassed this kid up and told him how fucking fire he was driving. Asked him how long he had been drifting, and he said it was his first event. So you not believing that you drove that good your first event? Dude, your first
I
event,
really don't.
you linked the whole course of your first event.
I definitely don't remember.
In the Miata.
I
Like, no one
remember
does that.
Yeah, the short wheelbase car.
Definitely don't remember.
I remember your first event, and you linked the course flawlessly in a Miata.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I definitly don't remember it going like that.
And I remember you
there
had
being
like a
lot of
fucking
struggling.
CRV or some shit that you had all your tools and shit in.
Yeah, that was my mom.
There's my mom.
Yeah.
I was 17.
Yeah, I
What the
remember.
fuck?
I remember you said that too. Yeah, you said you're 17 and you're like, my first event. We're like, dude, bullshit.
They wouldn't even let me in the gate because I
I know.
didn't have a waiver.
I know.
Oh my god, I can imagine going
When
through
I used to
that. Like,
spectate
what a-
events when I was 16 and
so mad, and
17.
I was like, I was such a little asshole to the. Like, I had my age, my date of birth. Should have known that, A, you can't even get in the fucking facility if you're under 18. I've always said this. A drift event is literally a car show. And, like, not only is it a car
Yeah.
show, but you get to watch the same car, like, absolutely shred. Not only that, but you start linking fucking tow rigs and everything else into it. Not only is
Yeah.
the dude who has a race car into trucks, cars, like, it's very fucking rounded because you have to be. Like, most people
Yeah, exactly.
don't drive their drift car to the track unless you're fucking stupid, which,
I do that.
been doing that for
Yeah.
a long time.
That's
But
what yeah, we all do that.
Well, like, no, you're exactly right, because it's like, not only they have a sick drift car that is actually a show car that actually slides,
Yeah.
but then it's like, well, now they got a trailer. Tommy got an aluminum trailer just
Yeah,
to flex.
with a tire
but then
rack.
on top of it,
With his diesel X5.
Diesel X5, but
Yeah,
you
that's
have these
gangster.
dudes that have underglow on their F550s,
dude,
slammed on
Yeah,
dualies.
what cartels do these guys work for?
I think
They just spend too much money.
one of my
But
favorite.
where does the money come from?
It's fake
Dude,
money.
people own businesses. That's literally all I see. Like Dimitri.
Yeah,
Wadman.
exactly.
Dimitri Wadman.
Who the fuck's that
prime
roofer?
examples.
Who's that roofer?
Wadman.
Gino.
No, Gino's a fucking
Gino.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Does Brian do roofing or oil or something like that?
Gino does roofing.
I know Gino
and
does
other
roofing,
things.
and Gino has sick shit.
But regardless,
Yeah,
before I lose this
sick
idea, have you guys ever seen the? It's the two-tone coupe on the trailer, towed by the two-tone.
Yeah, the
F350.
tan and the white.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that is like
murder.
That's gold shit.
literally when I first seen that for the first time, I based my life off that.
Yeah, that's the
picture. Like, I
coolest
was-
thing I've ever seen.
Not only do I love that champagne on white two-tone, but like the combo between the 240 sharing the exact same factory two-tone combo and then the F350 sharing it
Yeah.
too is like, to me, that's so sick. That's so sick. But
It just blows my mind because it doesn't end.
My two-tone house.
Dude, brick on the front, brick in the basement, like it doesn't stop there. It's
Selling brick.
sick. Making bricks,
Yeah, making bricks. That's how we
drinking
pay.
brisk, like it doesn't stop. It gets weird. But like the
Freeze
first
it
time,
up, make it thick. All right.
two were in the stew.
Too much.
Okay.
but like the first time that I met Dimitri,
I've never actually talked to Dimitri.
Oh, he's fucking
I don't know shit
awesome.
about him.
Great guy. So
I've seen him drive.
when-
That's about it.
when Nedco, when
Club
Nedco
Loose
wasn't around,
North.
Club Loose North, I
Yeah.
used to go there.
Yes.
And
I
all of a
remember
sudden,
his fucking Z4 that would.
Yeah.
Clap.
Yes.
Did he have a Z3 before that?
Yes.
yes, he had
Okay.
a C3.
I remember that thing too.
It sucks to know that I started drifting the same year that, Dimitri did.
But there's a difference, Steve.
What? What do you mean? Both BMWs. Both. Dude.
That's the difference.
I have a MacBook from 2009.
That's not from
That's it.
2009. You're about to pull up
Yeah,
the. You're about to
gonna
pull up
tell
the
you.
about. It's not even on. This thing's not even on.
Doesn't work. It's not even plugged in. Whatever. Anyways, the point is,
Is that from 2009?
yes, okay?
What?
This isn't a Mac podcast.
There's. No, dude, because mine's from 2013 and
Oh,
it
so
has
you
a
have one,
fucking
too.
power button.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
I got
have
it.
the
I got
power
it for
button.
free.
Yeah, I bet you did. But when
Anyways,
so when I met Dimitri for the first time, literally on my way driving the E30, when it was just like no power, not even a welded diff, just a broken LSD.
When it drove.
was it M20 or was it still M42?
It's M42.
Was it? You
42.
drifted that thing on M42?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
but I
maybe-
went there.
Oh, you were just going to hang out.
No. I went there to drift it. It didn't work.
Okay.
That didn't
Okay.
work at all. So I'm driving up the highway like an M20,
Struggling to do
dude,
30.
sounds like- yeah. And this dude, I swear, he didn't give me the finger. I know he didn't now because he's wicked cool. But he rolled coal pulling a enclosed trailer and just filled the entire cab
Hell
with
yeah.
with smoke in the E30.
That's sick.
So then I get there. He's like, "Oh, I saw you on the highway." Not trying to make his accent.
It's Eastern European.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has an accent. Anyways,
He
big
does.
cool
From
guy.
Belarus.
But he was just slaying the entire
Let's
course.
get Alex on the fucking
I don't
phone.
think I'd ever seen him not be a halfway decent driver, because I remember the same shit, like
Yeah,
showing up and he was maybe not just starting, but like he didn't have a fucking FD car and like he
No.
wasn't like
Yeah.
he had a Z3,
it
right?
was bone stock as fuck
All
and
right.
get thrashed.
So, What year did you start drifting? The same year you started spectating, or was there no spectating at all? You just started driving.
I saw one event and then the next event, which I believe was the Sunday after the Saturday I brought my car there.
No shit.
That's
And
crazy.
That is crazy.
Which, I mean, dude, he's the whole reason
Rest
I
in
got
peace.
into drifting. Like,
Rest in peace. Dude's in like
Rest in
Merrimack
peace.
right now. He's like
I know,
down
That's
the
what we
road.
did.
like he's what started the whole thing. I know there's a lot of drama behind it, but like I would be in it if it wasn't for
No,
him.
I mean, honestly, like me neither. But I think definitely wasn't. I don't know. There's a lot to give credit for, and there's a lot to not. Cause like,
Yeah, we can't give too much credit because there was drifting at New Hampshire before. Even though he would
Drift
not,
spot,
yeah,
right?
he would not
Drift
like
spot,
you to
yeah.
who was
believe
that
that.
run? Shane, right?
Travis.
Travis
Pastrana.
Sandbach?
Travis
No,
Sandbach.
Pastrana.
Yeah, Travis Sandbach ran Drift
I did
Spot.
not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, fucking,
Like
what?
10 years ago.
At least.
Like 13 years ago, yeah.
At least. Because I started spectating
When I was a
events.
seed.
I started spectating events in the summer of 13, or
No
14.
way.
Summer of 14.
Me too.
I
And
think
Club Loose North was a newish thing.
No, maybe.
They still had Drift Spot and Club Loose North events on the calendar at the same time, so I think that was
Oh,
the
no
crossover. So summer of 14 was around when Club
I
Loose
wasn't
North.
around then. It must have been 15
And-
because I started driving in 16. And I was the
Yes.
same fucking thing. Like
I was
me
at
and-
his first event.
I swear I started in 16.
Me and my buddy like went to the last event of this. This is hilarious. We showed up to New Hampshire Motor Speedway very first time to spectate, and we had like looked at an old schedule and we showed up and there's just like no one there, and we didn't really know like what to expect. So we're just like sitting at the gate and we're like, huh, this is weird. So we like checked the schedule and we're like, oh, this is like a month from now.
Oh my
Drifting's already dead before like,
God.
it started.
But anyway, like I pretty much attended one event as a spectator and then like drove the next.
Well,
That's
the
what
next
happens.
season.
Yeah, sorry,
That's
I'm not
exactly
that
what
cool.
happened to me. I was like
Sorry, I'm
hooked
not
on
that cool.
Well, it's one thing when
They're
you're,
pretty cool.
cause like I had gone to spectate at Club Loose North like with in the back of my mind that I was going to drive at some point, and like this was my like introduction to like the culture, you know. So it wasn't really like I didn't go there without that in mind, and I don't think a lot of people do, to be quite honest. But
Yeah, I mean,
It gets you hard. Like
Yeah.
not
no, it does. It does. No,
I love how that wasn't your intention. As soon as you said, it, you're like, man, I didn't.
gets
I
you
didn't.
hard.
I didn't mean that.
Ropes you in.
A little double entendre there. But it's true. It's true. It hooks you and it gets that adrenaline pump into areas
What
you
was
didn't know
what was the
adrenaline
first
goes
thing
to.
that got you guys into cars? Like is there like a tell story or like something that happened? I think
Sam, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up.
wait. Let's see if it picks it up.
I was
on the
gonna
mic.
say I feel like probably couldn't even hear that. Now he's not gonna bark.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's not gonna bark now. Just because we want him to.
He's coming over the top of us.
All right.
Another thing I shouldn't say.
Do you guys have defining moments that you know
Absolutely,
cars are cool? I want to do things
10
with them.
times.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked the question though, so I think you should go first.
Yeah. He's the interviewer here.
All right.
You go.
Yeah, you go, Danny.
Dive right in.
It's funny. I remember as a kid, which was not long ago, because look at me, I'm a child. As a young lad, I mean, cars were always kind of like cool. My dad would do things where he would have access to high-speed internet, because we didn't have high-speed internet where I lived. And he would download, like every night, probably
Rigorous amounts of midget porn.
400 yeah, like 400 photos of cars, just random cars, like whatever car show that had happened.
The
Or-
computer was visibly heavier.
Yes, he would have a flash drive, like a 1 gigabyte flash drive, because that was big when I was a child. He would come home and we'd always sit in front of the family computer, because back then houses only had one computer, and we'd plug in the flash drive, and he'd sit in the computer chair and I'd sit on a stool next to him and just open up fucking image
Was
viewer.
it like was it specific shit or was it just like
Just like auto
Cars,
shows.
yeah, okay.
Either auto shows or concepts,
Yeah, but like, was it
renders
like
of concepts.
like pretty much mostly muscle cars? Like, was
It
there
was
any
just- it was
particular-
everything.
Yeah.
Everything?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's really cool.
There was no
talking
specific type of car.
Rotaries? Not
Yeah.
like the phones, but like the engines?
I'm sure there were some rotaries in there.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but yeah, there'd be like hundreds of photos of cars, and we would just press the next arrow, and we just look at them, and talk about what we liked about them. And I'm pretty sure that was like, these things they're all different, and they're all kind of cool.
No, it's dope.
Amen.
Yeah, no, I definitely wish I
Yeah.
had that.
One of my best friends growing up, his dad owned the Mazda and Suzuki, because Suzuki used to make cars, dealers in New Hampshire and Keene. So they would go to like New York International Auto Show with his vendor tickets and shit. They'd
Super
come
cool.
back with like posters and shit like that for me. So my walls in my bedroom, which is probably half the size of this room, walls just covered in fucking car posters. First car poster I ever had was an orange 350Z.
No way.
That's
Yep.
wild. I never had a car poster actually.
Did
Probably-
you play the trumpet?
It was probably
as a
in-
kid also?
We're not going to get into this, but I play a shit ton of instruments, one of which is the trumpet. But yeah, first car poster I ever had was an orange 350Z
That's wild.
on like this
Dude, I already
southwestern
know.
highway in front
Yeah, I
of a
feel like
sunset.
I can like see that.
It's
Yeah.
that metallic orange.
It
It's
is,
like
it is.
this, but orange.
Yeah.
It's like literally, like I know it's not orange, but like it's the
If-
metal flake type.
If this
of,
was orange and this was a 350Z, that's what it looked like.
if this thing was orange, spot on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's probably the moment I
But
was.
then,
I was
how
in a
did you
car, so
get
it was
your
my-
first car? Like your
How did
first
I get-
performance car?
What are we calling performance? Because
Anything-
I've never owned a performance car.
Anything with a following of modifications.
All right, my first car that I bought myself was my S12,
What is an S12?
1984 200 SX. You know,
Oh my God.
the
Your
precursor.
First car is a
my,
fucking Nissan.
my first car was the generation before an S13. I really wanted an S13 coupe. There was
It's
a
Eric
kid
Silva.
in there was
You know Eric Silva?
yeah,
Dude, literally-
we had to fight over that car. That's how I met Eric. I was
I
16.
thought that was an S12.
It
My
is.
whole life
Yeah.
was like, nah, dude. It started S13. Sorry, and it
Oh,
didn't.
it started way before that.
Jesus. Well, I'm not a Nissan guy,
Yeah,
but like
I'm
Good
pretty
luck.
that's a
sure.
sick car. It's boxy
the
like an
first-
E30, but
yeah.
also it's a Nissan.
So like before S12, there was no S11. There was S110. There was an S10. Before the S10, I believe it was CSP 311.
What on earth?
CSP 311 Sylvias. There was only a couple hundred of them, I think, and they
Never
were
even heard
they
of
were
that.
all
I haven't
formed like metal formed by hand. They were all hand built.
Whoa.
Yeah. But
You're literally
anyways,
blowing my mind.
yeah, my first car was an S12. I bought it before I had a license. I bought my first car like 4 months before I had a license.
That's how you do it. That's sick.
And yeah.
So do you like learn standard? Or was it? I mean, we can
So-
edit out if it was automatic. We're not
No,
gonna
no,
judge you.
I've owned 3 automatic cars in my life, and that was not one of them. It was
Thank
stick.
God.
I learned stick when I was probably 12 or 13 in my dad's F-150. My dad's 90s F-150. He had a big field. I remember we were like moving wood or like moving brush to his brush pile.
Such
This
a-
is
such a
Farmtown,
dad
USA.
thing to do.
Yeah, this is Farmtown, USA. So we're moving brush to his brush pile. And I remember we had to get from the top of the hill to the bottom of the hill or something like that through the field. And he just looked at me and he said, "Get in the truck and like take it to the brush pile." And I was like, I don't know how to drive, like let alone drive stick. He's like, "We'll figure it out."
It's a good way to.
So this F-150, which I'm pretty sure was a cable clutch, which like fucked. But yeah, he taught me how to drive stick in that F-150, which was a total piece of shit. He told me if you can drive stick in this, you can drive stick in anything. Many years down the road, when I got my CDL, proved to not be true. With
Nah, man, you get this.
yeah,
you get a
with
13 speed.
yeah, floating
fucking-
gears and double clutching does not. You don't get taught that when you get taught to drive an F-150.
You're not Dom. Like, you can't just learn that.
So how
I'm
about
sorry
that,
we're making this podcast in a war zone,
I was
guys.
gonna say, how about that body that was found off the fucking bridge off exit 5 today?
Well, they're still looking for the body. They think there might be, like, bars in the windows wherever it is, and, like, you can't, like, get to it very easily. It's not a big deal.
Anyways, Steve, what got you into cars?
I got my license, and I didn't have a car at all because I broke. I didn't have a job.
Steve,
I know,
broke.
I know. I was broke.
The kid who went to Pinkerton Academy.
I know. You would think a great establishment like that, you wouldn't be broke anymore.
Yeah.
But
Young boy
here's the
never
thing.
broke again.
I started working at McDonald's. I don't like mean to brag like I was rich. Like I made more money than anyone I knew at the time, which I did. It's fine.
Which I did.
Like it's not
bragging.
It's not bragging. It's a fact.
Okay.
But
Yeah, you know
anyways.
what? You're right. If it's a fact, it's not bragging.
So my stepbrother Brad.
You have a stepbrother?
Yeah, dude.
Your
He's
parents?
like,
Oh yes, your parents are divorced
Yeah.
after they got you the puppy, and then took the puppy back.
I know this is a puppy podcast about the.
I forgot about this traumatic story. Go on about Brad.
So Brad, his bus he took every day made a wrong turn. It was like a substitute bus driver, which actually was a professional race car driver. Just kidding.
Okay.
It's like, what?
Is this real?
All right, it'll be quick. Anyways, the bus driver took the wrong turn, went on a circle. Brad, with his like 1912 phone, took a photo of a car for sale in the circle as it drove by. Like, oh, Steve would love that thing.
It was a 1987 BMW 318i.
And Brad was like, oh, you'd like this. And then he sent me the picture. And after 10 minutes when it loaded, it was a 1991 BMW 318 IS babied from this old couple. And I was like,
So the first
that looks
car
sick.
you ever saw you bought?
yeah. It said BMW on it. And you know why it sold me? I didn't know to this, like, I literally did not know about cars at the time.
Just the way you just ended that sentence and it was completely seamless was terrifying. It said BMW on it.
So, like, dude, it's sick. But anyways, I go down there to check it out with my dad.
How much they want for it?
They won $1,800. Yeah, today's money.
Yeah, so that's like an $8,000 car
yeah,
now.
crazy money. But I'm looking through like the gross fogged over like windows and stuff, and I saw the black leather pattern on the doors, and I was like, "That's
Luxury.
pleated leather everywhere in the thing." And I was like, "I don't know anything about cars, but that looks sick to me."
Mm-hmm.
So I saved up everything I could. I got my $250. Cashed out of my savings account and said, "Dad, can you please front me the extra money?" And he's like, "No."
No.
So I save up for another fucking 2 months.
No one bought it in that time.
I know, no one bought it. So I come up with $500. I'm like, "Dad, please, for the love of God." He's like, "You know what? No." So finally, my birthday rolls around. This is literally probably 4 months after I saw the car. My mom saved
Man.
up.
The market was different back then.
I know.
Yeah.
What was on a dead end no one knew about. They
That
just
was-
parked
that's
it
the
out
best
there.
thing.
Yeah,
That was the
boomers that
best
don't
thing.
know how to use the internet.
Well,
Marketplace
what-
wasn't a thing.
No, what place was there to sell a car
Craigslist.
besides your
Yeah.
front yard?
And they didn't know how to
Or-
use Craigslist.
Yeah,
Or
I
used
love when
cars.
boomers sell cars because they don't post it anywhere.
Yeah, and those are the best fucking ones.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unlike in my case where I had to fist fight Eric Silva as a child.
Grown man.
Yeah, a grown man
Grown man versus
fighting a
12.
16-year-old that weighed maybe 110 pounds.
It was crazy back then because, like, still, it was so hard to get something because we just didn't have money.
Yeah.
I'm having a birthday party at Applebee's, like you do when you're 16, and my mom.
I've never had a birthday party at Applebee's.
You haven't? It's endless apps.
Is it?
Yeah, it's endless apps.
But do you have to pay for them?
Yeah.
Well, everything's endless apps if you pay for them.
Well, they're cheap. And then after, you have endless naps because you're so tuckered out from all the food that you're eating.
Tuckered out.
Which?
I haven't been at Tucker's in a while.
Tucker's is so good.
I love Tucker's.
Wow, if we do this live, man, we have a lot of problems. I'm having my birthday party at Applebee's.
I've never had a birthday party at Applebee's. Have we talked about this?
For fuck's
You
sake.
can't have a birthday party because you keep interrupting people.
Okay, that's fair. I usually work on my birthday anyways.
I'm sorry. Well, you don't work anymore, so it's
Yeah,
it's
I'm unemployed. I don't.
No, you're not, dude. You have this podcast.
Honestly, splitting it 3 ways, we all owe money.
Yeah, we're all in the
We're
red
all in
here.
debt. Well, you
More
guys,
than we were.
it's not a big deal though. Like you guys can leave after you pay the debt. That's it. Like I got Truly's and stuff
Pretty
like
much
that.
exactly what we were talking about earlier
Yeah.
when you weren't here.
Yeah, when you went
About
upstairs.
the contract that you were going to make us sign that we were going to have to finagle our way out of in 3
You guys are a
years.
lot smarter than I thought. It blew my mind.
Well, I mean, we figured you learned so much from that we should probably just think about what you do.
We
And
got to
then-
beep out that name.
You guys want to know I invented this?
What?
This. This wrench.
For fuck's sake.
All right, let me finish the story real quick. I'm
Yeah.
almost done.
None of us would know each other. Actually, I would.
That's
know.
what's fucked up. Like we literally wouldn't know each other. I wouldn't know you guys for sure.
We'd probably know of each other, but we wouldn't be hanging out.
Probably not. I don't even know you.
You said that when we walked in. You said, "I don't even know you that well."
I really don't.
Dude, I told Lex, I'm like, Danny and fucking Anthony are coming over. You know Danny?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, the kid
Who's
from
the other
track.
hoodlum you're having over?
I'm like, it's Anthony. You met him 100 times. And they go on your profile and you have 2 pictures. I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
you made
neither
a
one
new
of them look
Facebook
like.
really fucked everything up.
Like you don't look anything like you look.
What do you mean? I've got an olive to me. A natural olive that you guys just can't endure.
Is it all over you?
Olive. A natural olive tone.
So I'll start the end of my story real quick. You're at Applebee's,
I think this
right?
is the 4th time.
Oh yes, Apple. I never had a birthday at Applebee's.
No, Danny, not everything's about
Okay,
you.
go on with the
Not
fucking
everything's
Applebee's.
about
Go on to the
you.
Applebee's.
So,
Hey.
we're having the birthday party at Applebee's.
You know, I've never had a birthday.
Yeah, dude, they had endless apps.
What?
Like the store.
Well, they're not
is
endless. You have to pay for them.
They're
Oh, Christ.
But anyways, my mom, being the lovely woman that she is,
Steve's mom
has saved up.
is a
Danny,
good
shut the
looking
fuck
woman.
I just want to hear Steve's story for the 8th time,
It's so
dude.
close to being done.
It's literally so drawn out at this point.
The
that I
whole
think-
story, the hour-long story so far was me looking at the E30 in a parking in a fucking dead-end road. So my mom managed to save up enough money to give me, I think it was $1,000, which blew my mind because I didn't even know like that much money existed at the time.
Yeah.
But instantly it was like, oh my god, we have to go get this car tomorrow. We're going. And like I threw a fit. I was like, oh my god, mom, I love you. You're amazing. So we go there, and 2 elderly people come out, and they're like, we buy the car, and I try to move it, and I instantly stall it like 10 times.
Did you know how to drive stick before that?
Were you super
No.
frustrated?
You didn't know how to drive stick and you just bought it?
So I looked up videos on YouTube. I know, it was still around.
I was going to say, YouTube existed.
Yeah, it did. But I looked up how to do it, and it's like, oh, you just simply off the clutch, on the gas, like this. I kept doing it, stall, stall, stall. And I didn't know that first gear was actually reverse.
Oh, first time I drove a BMW, which
Yeah.
was an E30, I did the same fucking thing.
It just kept
Did the
kept
same
stalling
thing.
it. But it was so old that the shift knob, you could move in gear through all the gears. It was so bad.
How my Datsun 510 was full
It's
on
bad, so
Yeah.
bad.
in gear.
But my dad's like, all right, look, champ, I'll drive it home. Not a big deal. Get it, park it. All the brakes were toast. And all of them had the little flathead screwdriver thing. Like,
Which snapped.
literally, yes, literally on all the rotors.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Dad, they're not coming out. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, it took me the whole day to get on jack stands to get anything off.
First headache on
I was
his
like, oh my
BMW.
God, I don't know what I did. I thought it
hasn't
was going to be a
even driven
rally
yet.
golf.
That's what you get for having your first car be a Beetle.
Dude,
I
you
know.
should have just known from that. You haven't even driven the car yet, and you are already having an issue. You should have just dropped it right there.
Like 12 years
What do you
later.
want?
Should have just became a Nissan
12
boy.
years later, he still has that.
Still having, it was a curse.
Still has the same issues.
With the same car.
It is the same car.
It is the same car.
But, anyways,
Bless your heart.
I thought I could get those things out. I'm like, Dad, I don't know what to do. They're not working. And my dad was like, oh, it's easy. You take a whiz wheel, zzz, you make another hole for it, and then you just use that to get it out.
See, thank
Cut a
God
hole.
both of you guys had that.
Those-
See, my dad liked cars. My dad honestly does not know a lot about cars.
Both of those things are way more than I had.
I think it gets worse as you get older, because not to
It
call
got-
out
it got
my
better
dad,
for me.
but like the amount that I know versus my dad knew everything about muscle cars, still does. Fuel injection, out the window.
Yeah, fuel
Had
injection
no
is
idea.
garbage.
Yep.
Remember that my first car, the S12, which was an '84. Like, it wasn't old. It was old.
It's pretty old.
But the biggest thing everyone was shocked at is that it was fuel injected.
All right, future man, why don't you just like pack up your rocket ship
well, it
and
was
go
like-
home, bro?
Why wouldn't it be fuel injected?
Because in America, fuel injection wasn't introduced until 2007.
He's not wrong.
For the car that started it all, I had to do all the rotors, all the brake pads, all the calipers, and each caliper I went to bleed, snapped all the fucking bleed screws right out of them. And my
New
dad was
England.
my dad was like, well, those are kind of expensive. You could probably just tap them out. No, the first one, dude. Keep in mind, this is me never working on a car ever. Ever.
You know,
And you're about to tap a bleeder.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for still owning this car, because
They're
16-year-old
still like
me,
that.
I would have gotten rid of that fucking thing.
It's all my money. All my $400 and
That's
$500.
That's true, and your mom's $1,000.
I know. But finally got them all good.
That's hard
Got
when your
him.
mom is invested.
I
in
know.
this. You can't
Uh,
disappoint your mom.
Well,
I do it every day.
it's okay. Some of us do.
Hey, man, you should have seen her face when I told her I was quitting my job.
But yeah, we got all the brakes situated and actually moved around and ran. And then every single day, I couldn't wait for my dad to get home. So I just literally hopped in the thing. I'm like, here we go. Stalled it all the way down to the first right-hand turn.
Onto a main road.
No, the main road was what I was on. It was on a back road.
Oh, God.
So then I kept stalling it the whole time. The end of that first day, I
Needed
had
a
it.
clutch. Oh, okay.
I needed a clutch.
Yeah.
It was toast. But I figured it out, and then every day I'd do it before he got home. And then he's like, oh, you got this. And I couldn't tell him. We had no insurance, wasn't registered, didn't have plates on it. He would have killed me.
Where'd you live growing up?
Hampstead, in the middle of the woods.
Okay, so
Yeah, it was in Manchester.
good. Good. I
But-
feel like that's where everyone should grow up, is middle of fucking nowhere.
But I started watching autocross videos like a champ, and I was like, I didn't know. When I had the E30, I had no idea like this thing was a driver's car.
Yeah.
And then I googled it and it said
Staple.
it said God's Chariot. I'm like, I'm gonna be a race car driver.
We
And-
talked about this before.
dude. That's
It
what
was
started.
The M3 was God's chair.
No.
It wasn't the 318.
No, it was the 318 IS.
The M42.
No. It was a 318 IS because it was a direct copy of the M3 because the 4-cylinder.
I thought the 320 IS was the copy of the.
No, it was the M42. You can look it up. Everything that's in this
The-
podcast is 100%
The
true.
320 IS. I know nothing about BMWs, but the 320 IS had the, what was it? M14.
The
S14. S14 was the
No.
the engine in the
was the M.
M3.
I think we should
M3.
just let Sam in the podcast.
Honestly, I'll let it. He's gonna nibble your leg. If you guys like the video, please comment, subscribe, and make sure you comment on what's your Instagram?
DA.LACH. Delash.
No one's probably gonna.
I don't.
No one's gonna look at my
No,
Instagram.
they won't.
Instagram doesn't matter right now.
No, I don't. I use my Instagram like twice a year.
But you know
honestly.
what does matter?
I use it when I drift, and I don't
World peace.
drift.
We'll drift this year, right?
I really want to. New job? I've got fucking weekends off. So even if I'm not gonna